These weren't just race cars. They were family to the sport. The NHRA loved them, and so do we.
In the world of roaring engines and burnt rubber, respect is not given, it is earned, 1/4 mile at a time. These are the machines the NHRA never forgot, cars that did not just win races, they defined them. From factory-built warriors to pro stock legends, these 10 icons carried the honor, power, and legacy of drag racing's golden age. Number 10. 1964 Ford Galaxie 427, Highriser. The year was 1964, and the drag strips of America were alive with the roar of high-performance engines and the smell of burning rubber. Among the titans of the era, the 1964 Ford Galaxie 427 Highriser stood as a statement of pure engineering ambition. This was not just a car, it was Ford's bold entry into the world of drag racing, a machine meticulously crafted to dominate superstock competition. With its massive 427 cubic inch V8 under the hood, every part of the Highriser screamed performance, from the high-rise intake manifold that allowed air and fuel to flood the cylinders with ferocity, to the lightweight components that shaved precious pounds from the chassis. NHRA racers quickly recognized the Galaxie for what it was, a factory-built warrior capable of astounding consistency and power. Its presence on the starting line commanded respect. Even veteran drivers knew that a Galaxie in your lane meant a battle of precision, timing, and raw horsepower. The car was not just about speed, it was about balance. With carefully calibrated suspension and a stiff frame, the Galaxie could launch off the line without the chaos that plagued lesser cars. Every pass down the 1/4 mile was a lesson in engineering discipline, a showcase of why Ford had invested so much into this effort. Fans, too, fell under its spell. The Galaxie became a symbol of the golden age of drag racing, embodying the thrill of factory-backed competition and the meticulous preparation behind every entry. It was a car that proved that raw muscle and careful engineering could coexist, and it earned a legacy that persists to this day. In the NHRA's history, the 1964 Ford Galaxie 427 Highriser remains a beacon of respect, not for flash or hype, but for unyielding performance and dedication to the sport. Every curve, every growl of its engine, and every victorious launch down the strip told a story of a car that truly defined an era. Number 9. 1964 Dodge 330 A864 Hemi Super Stock. In 1964, Dodge unveiled a car that would become an icon in the world of drag racing, the Dodge 330 A864 Hemi Super Stock. Built with one goal in mind, this lightweight machine was a factory-backed superstock contender designed to dominate the 1/4 mile. Under its hood roared the legendary 426 cubic inch Hemi engine, a power plant that would define an era and earn instant respect from the NHRA and racers alike. Every component of the A864 screamed precision, from the reinforced frame to the carefully selected tires, suspension, and weight reduction measures. Every detail was engineered to give it the edge over competitors. Racers who piloted the A864 knew they were holding something extraordinary. Launching from the line with blistering acceleration, the Hemi's power paired with the car's light, nimble body made it a consistent threat in superstock brackets. NHRA officials and rival teams alike watched with admiration as the A864 executed flawless passes, demonstrating not only raw speed, but also incredible balance and reliability, traits that earned it long-lasting respect on the drag strip. This was a car where engineering met artistry, and the results were impossible to ignore. The fans were captivated too. There was something mesmerizing about watching a Dodge 330 glide down the strip with the force of a hurricane, yet the control of a precision instrument. Its presence was more than just performance. It was a statement of the golden era of muscle cars, where factory engineering, NHRA competition, and pure American horsepower converged. The A864 was not only a car built to win, it was a car built to earn respect, and in doing so, it became a legend in the NHRA archives. Every 1/4 mile launch, every thunderous roar of its Hemi engine, and every cheering crowd ensured that the 1964 Dodge 330 A864 Hemi Super Stock would never be forgotten in drag racing history. Number 8. 1965 Dodge A990 426 Hemi Race Car. The mid-1960s was a time when factory-backed drag racing machines were evolving into legends, and the 1965 Dodge Plymouth A990 426 Hemi Race Car exemplified this golden era. Built explicitly with NHRA Super Stock competition in mind, the A990 was not merely a muscle car, it was a purpose-engineered powerhouse, a machine designed to challenge every competitor on the 1/4 mile. Beneath its sleek Mopar bodywork sat the 426 cubic inch Hemi, an engine already famous for its raw power, precision, and the ability to intimidate any car daring to line up against it. Every detail of the A990 reflected Dodge and Plymouth's commitment to drag racing excellence. Lightweight components, reinforced frames, and specialized suspension systems allowed the car to put the engine's formidable horsepower to the ground with exceptional efficiency. Drivers quickly discovered that the A990 demanded respect. When it launched from the line, the car combined ferocious speed with mechanical balance, turning each pass into a masterclass in drag racing discipline. NHRA officials watched as the A990 repeatedly dominated its class, solidifying its reputation not just as a contender, but as a respected icon of the sport. Fans were equally enthralled. The A990 was more than just a competitor, it was a spectacle. Every time it thundered down the strip, spectators felt the pulse of raw American horsepower fused with meticulous engineering. Its legendary Hemi engine, combined with its super stock pedigree, made the A990 a favorite for enthusiasts and a benchmark for rival manufacturers. Beyond the speed, the A990 told a story of dedication, innovation, and the golden age rivalry that defined NHRA racing. Each victorious pass, each roar from the Hemi, cemented its legacy. The 1965 Dodge A990 426 Hemi race car was not merely a machine, it was a symbol of respect, power, and the undying spirit of NHRA competition. Number 7. 1969 Plymouth Hemi GTX. By 1969, the muscle car wars were at their peak, and the Plymouth Hemi GTX emerged as a symbol of raw power and precision engineering. Though it was often considered a street car, the Hemi GTX carried the full weight of drag racing heritage, directly linked to NHRA Super Stock and Pro Stock competition. Under its hood sat the legendary 426 cubic inch Hemi engine, a mechanical marvel that combined devastating horsepower with flawless reliability, earning it immediate respect from racers, fans, and NHRA officials alike. The Hemi GTX was not just fast, it was meticulously engineered to excel. Its suspension, chassis, and weight distribution were carefully balanced to manage the immense torque of the Hemi engine, making launches off the line both explosive and controlled. Drivers knew that every pass required precision, because the GTX responded to skill as much as it did to raw power. NHRA competitors regarded it as a benchmark, a car that demanded respect on the starting line and left a lasting impression every time it thundered down the quarter mile. Fans were captivated by more than just its performance. The Plymouth Hemi GTX was a visual and auditory spectacle. Its bold styling, paired with the unmistakable growl of the Hemi engine, created a presence that dominated both the strip and the imagination of enthusiasts. Watching it compete was like witnessing the perfect union of factory engineering and racing spirit. Each run showcased why the GTX earned a place among NHRA's most respected machines. Its legacy was not simply measured in victories, but in the admiration it commanded, the benchmarks it set, and the indelible mark it left on drag racing history. The 1969 Plymouth Hemi GTX proved that even a street-oriented muscle car could achieve greatness on the track when infused with Hemi power and racing intent. Number 6. 1969 Dodge Dart Hemi Super Stock. In 1969, Dodge introduced a compact yet ferocious contender in the drag racing world, the Dodge Dart Hemi Super Stock. Smaller in size, but packed with the formidable 426 cubic inch Hemi engine, the Dart proved that dominance on the quarter mile did not require a massive frame. NHRA racers quickly recognized its potential. With a lighter body and precise engineering, the Dart could launch with explosive force, achieving acceleration that rivaled much larger muscle machines. Every component, from its reinforced chassis to its high-performance suspension, was meticulously designed to harness the Hemi's raw power with flawless control. On the strip, the Dart demanded respect. Drivers who faced it understood that its combination of nimble weight and brutal horsepower made it unpredictable and deadly in super stock competition. NHRA officials acknowledged its consistency and performance, and fans were captivated by the sight of the compact Dodge, darting down the track with precision and authority. Its stature may have been smaller than its contemporaries, but on the starting line it made a massive impression. Beyond speed, the Dart Hemi embodied the spirit of the golden age of NHRA drag racing. It showcased the brilliance of factory-backed engineering, proving that American muscle could combine innovation, performance, and racing heritage in one machine. The cheers of spectators and the wary glances of rival racers were testament to its presence. Every launch, every pass down the strip, reinforced its status as a respected NHRA icon. The 1969 Dodge Dart Hemi Super Stock was not just a car, it was a statement, a reminder that greatness comes in all sizes when built with precision, power, and the unwavering legacy of drag racing excellence. Number 5. 1971 Dodge Challenger Motown Missile. By 1971, the muscle car wars had evolved into a fierce battle of factory-backed precision, and the Dodge Challenger Motown missile stood at the forefront. Born from Mopar's Pro Stock program, this Challenger was more than a street car. It was a purpose-built racing machine designed to dominate NHRA competition. Under the hood, a ferocious V8 roared with power, engineered to deliver flawless acceleration on the quarter mile, making it an instant symbol of respect and authority on the drag strip. Every inch of the Motown missile was designed with racing in mind. From reinforced chassis components to specialized suspension tuning and high-performance tires, the car converted raw horsepower into controlled, repeatable launches. Drivers quickly discovered that piloting the Challenger was both exhilarating and demanding. Every pass required precision, timing, and a deep understanding of the car's immense capabilities. NHRA officials and rival teams alike respected its consistency and dominance, as it frequently set benchmarks in Pro Stock events. Fans could not get enough. The Motown missile combined aggressive styling with blistering performance, creating an unforgettable spectacle each time it thundered down the strip. Its presence symbolized the golden age of factory-backed muscle cars, where innovation, engineering prowess, and racing heritage converged. Each victorious run reinforced its legendary status, proving that Mopar's commitment to drag racing excellence was unmatched. The 1971 Dodge Challenger Motown missile was not just a competitor, it was a statement of power, precision, and enduring NHRA legacy, a car that commanded admiration from racers and fans alike, and cemented its place in the annals of drag racing history. Number 4. 1970 Plymouth Barracuda 426 Hemi. The 1970 Plymouth Barracuda, famously known as the Cuda, was more than a car. It was an embodiment of Mopar's drag racing supremacy and the Hemi era itself. Equipped with the legendary 426 cubic inch Hemi engine, the Cuda was a factory-backed Super Stock and Pro Stock powerhouse, designed to terrorize the quarter mile and command instant respect. Every detail of its construction reflected precision and intent, from reinforced chassis components to high-performance suspension and tires, capable of channeling the Hemi's brutal power into flawless launches. The Cuda was engineered to dominate. NHRA racers knew that lining up against a 1970 Barracuda was no small feat. Its balance of raw horsepower, lightweight body, and factory-tuned performance made it both ferocious and reliable, a rare combination that elevated it above many of its contemporaries. Officials and competitors alike watched with admiration as the Cuda consistently delivered blistering runs while demonstrating control and consistency that spoke to its factory engineering excellence. The car was more than muscle. It was a finely tuned instrument of speed, precision, and dominance, a machine that represented the pinnacle of Mopar's drag racing philosophy. For fans, the Barracuda was electrifying. Its aggressive styling, unmistakable stance, and the thunderous roar of its Hemi engine made it a spectacle on every drag strip. Each pass was a testament to the golden age of NHRA racing, where factory-backed muscle cars were not only measured by victories, but by the legacy they left on the track and in the hearts of spectators. The 1970 Plymouth Barracuda 426 Hemi stood as a beacon of performance, engineering mastery, and enduring NHRA respect. A car that remains a legend decades later, celebrated for its raw power, precision, and place in drag racing history. Number 3. 1968 Chevrolet Camaro Z28, Bill Grumpy Jenkins car. 1968 marked a turning point in American muscle and NHRA competition, and at the forefront stood the Chevrolet Camaro Z28, famously piloted by Bill Grumpy Jenkins. Unlike many of its peers, the Z28 was engineered to dominate on both street and strip. Equipped with a high-revving 302 cubic inch V8 that combined remarkable balance with race-ready performance. Jenkins, a legendary tuner and racer, transformed the Camaro into an NHRA Pro Stock icon, blending factory precision with innovative modifications that pushed the boundaries of drag racing excellence. The Camaro Z28's brilliance lay in its meticulous engineering and adaptability. Lightweight, yet rigid, With suspension and drivetrain calibrated for repeatable launches, it turned raw power into controllable speed. On the starting line, the car demanded respect. Its combination of agility, responsiveness, and mechanical precision allowed drivers to consistently outpace larger, heavier competitors. NHRA officials recognized it as a benchmark in Pro Stock performance, a vehicle that represented both ingenuity and relentless dedication to racing craft. Fans fell in love with the Z28, not only for its victories, but for its unmistakable presence. Its aggressive lines, roaring engine, and Jenkins' masterful tuning made it a spectacle at every event. Watching it thunder down the quarter mile was witnessing perfection in motion, a harmonious marriage of driver skill and automotive engineering. The 1968 Chevrolet Camaro Z28 transcended its role as a mere competitor. It became a symbol of NHRA respect, Pro Stock innovation, and the golden era of muscle cars. Each triumph on the strip reinforced its legendary status, ensuring that the Camaro Z28 and Bill "Grumpy" Jenkins' legacy would remain etched in the annals of drag racing history forever. Number 2. 1964 Plymouth Belvedere 426 Hemi. In 1964, the Plymouth Belvedere 426 Hemi arrived as a game-changer in the world of NHRA drag racing, and it immediately earned its place among the sport's most respected machines, powered by the legendary 426 cubic inch Hemi engine. This car was not just fast, it was engineered with precision to dominate super stock brackets and leave an indelible mark on the quarter mile. Every detail, from reinforced chassis components to specialized suspension and lightweight construction, was meticulously crafted to transform raw Hemi power into controlled, repeatable launches that racers could trust. NHRA competitors quickly realized that facing a Belvedere 426 Hemi meant more than contending with a fast car, it meant racing a finely tuned factory-backed champion. Its balance, durability, and predictable yet explosive performance made it an icon of engineering excellence. Every launch down the strip was a testament to the ingenuity of MOPR engineers, proving that the marriage of horsepower and precision could create a machine worthy of admiration and fear alike. Officials and fans alike watched in awe as the Belvedere consistently performed at the highest levels, cementing its reputation as a car that embodied both respect and dominance in NHRA circles. The legacy of the 1964 Plymouth Belvedere 426 Hemi extends far beyond its race results. Its striking design, thunderous Hemi roar, and the thrill it inspired in drivers and spectators alike turned it into a symbol of the golden age of drag racing. This car demonstrated that true greatness is measured not only in victories, but in the respect it commands, the benchmarks it sets, and the inspiration it leaves behind. The Belvedere 426 Hemi remains a celebrated icon, a vehicle that forever represents the pinnacle of NHRA engineering, performance, and enduring drag racing legacy. Number 1. 1967 Ford Fairlane Thunderbolt. At the pinnacle of factory-backed drag racing, the 1967 Ford Fairlane Thunderbolt stands as a legend, whose name alone commands respect. Built explicitly for NHRA Super Stock competition, the Thunderbolt combined cutting-edge engineering with raw power, featuring the fearsome 427 cubic inch V8 that defined an era of muscle and dominance. This was not a car meant for casual drives. It was a quarter-mile assassin, meticulously designed to perform with unmatched precision and consistency on the drag strip. Every detail of the Thunderbolt screamed purpose. Lightweight aluminum components, a reinforced chassis, and suspension tuned for flawless launches allowed drivers to unleash the full potential of its potent V8. NHRA racers quickly realized that lining up against the Thunderbolt was an exercise in strategy, skill, and respect. It was a machine that demanded perfection in every pass. Officials and competitors alike acknowledged its unparalleled engineering, and the car's consistent victories solidified its reputation as the ultimate factory-backed contender of its generation. Fans were captivated not only by its performance, but by its aura of dominance. The Thunderbolt's sleek lines, guttural exhaust note, and explosive launches created a spectacle that resonated through every drag strip it graced. Each run told the story of an era where American muscle, factory ingenuity, and NHRA spirit converged in a perfect storm of power and prestige. The 1967 Ford Fairlane Thunderbolt is more than a car. It is a symbol of NHRA respect, a testament to meticulous engineering, and a lasting icon whose legacy defines the golden age of drag racing. From the roaring Ford Galaxie to the unstoppable Thunderbolt, These 10 machines were more than cars, they were legends, carrying the respect, power, and legacy of NHRA drag racing's golden era. Each represented precision engineering, raw horsepower, and the spirit of competition that defined a generation. If you loved revisiting these icons, make sure to hit subscribe and check out our end-screen videos for more stories of American muscle that changed racing forever.